Speaking of train wrecks, hey, fellow crappers, it's your old buddy, it's your old pal, R.D. Reynolds here once again with Wrestle Crap Radio. And as always, on the other end of the tin cannon string is the Marty Jannetty to my Shawn Michaels, Mr. Blade Braxton.
Rock and roll all night and party every day, deal.
It's going to be quite the party here this week on this here radio program. Last weekend started off horrible for old R.D. Reynolds. I don't watch a lot of television. But there is one show that I watch daily. I watch it every single day.
Rachel Ray Show?
No, you know, the thing with Rachel Ray is, I don't know, did you know she posed for, like, FHM?
No, I didn't.
Yes.
Actually.
Yeah,
really?
It was either FHM or Maxim or something. It was a few years ago, before, obviously, she signed up with Oprah. But Rachel Ray has, like, if you do a search on the internet, kids, just go ahead. You can listen to us ramble while you do a Google search. Do a search for Rachel Ray, softcore porn. You know, I bet you'll find her. And there's this one, she's, like, dressed up in, like, this little skirt and, like, an apron. And she's licking a big chocolate spoon. Just like she's licking a big chocolate, well, you know.
Oh, like she's... That was an opportunity for, like, my monthly Shawn Michaels the porn star reference.
Yeah, monthly? It's like weekly. Anyway, I don't watch a lot of television. No, I do not watch Rachel Ray. Although, I mean, if that's on, I like the Food Network. But here's the problem with the Food Network. Mrs. Deal, God love her. And I love her to pieces. Obviously, I wouldn't have been with her for all these years if I didn't. But, like, we'll be going to bed, and then she turns on the Food Network, and I'm watching this stuff, and I'm getting hungry. Anyway, back to my segue of a segue of a segue. My favorite show, Passions, the NBC soap opera, the worst soap opera in the history of man, has been canceled.
That's tragic. That's a true tragedy. Tragedy. I wish I'd watched that show more often than the handful of times I did, because every time I watched it, it was great. Midgets running around, monkeys. Mm-hmm. Monkeys and midgets. Now, that right there, that should be a soap opera in itself. Just call it Monkeys and Midgets.
I would watch that show.
Around.
I would watch such a program.
Let's start with one.
Maybe we should. I didn't think anything would lift my spirits after Passions got canceled, after I got the news of that. But my Indianapolis Colts, going to the big game, going to the Super Bowl.
Hello, everyone. This is your Action News reporter with all the news that is news across the nation on the scene at the supermarket. There seems to have been some disturbance here. Pardon me, sir. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, I did. I was standing over there by the tomatoes, and here he comes.
Kids, this week we're not going to do R.D. Reynolds' weekly trip to the grocery. We're going to do something different, something unique, something groundbreaking, something revolutionary. It's R.D. Reynolds' weekly trip down Emerson Avenue.
That should be the weekly segment. Trip down Emerson Avenue.
Could just talk about, like, things that I go and I see as I'm driving down the road. Now, a lot of times, and you and I have discussed this, I mean, countless times.
I enjoy that road, by the way.
Mm-hmm. What do you enjoy most about that road?
White Castle.
Speaking of White Castle, was driving past the local White Castle this week. And the White Castle on Emerson Avenue here on the south side of Indianapolis is quite the fine establishment. You've eaten there several times. I think every time you come to Indianapolis to visit, that's like a big thing you like to do. In fact, I would be willing to bet that you like to hang out at the White Castle more than you like to hang out at WrestleCrap HQ.
I'm not going to say that, but they both have the same, like, lingering odor to them.
Mm-hmm. So I'm driving down Emerson Avenue, and I see a vision. Actually, it's just a sign. It's a sign. You know, it's the little marquee they have underneath the big White Castle logo where it would say, like, buy a sack of 10. Eat them by the sackful, or whatever. Eat a sack. Kids, I don't know what you're planning on doing with your sweetie this Valentine's Day.
Oh.
But I suggest making reservations to White Castle.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm. Right there, in black and white. Make your reservations today for Valentine's Day at White Castle.
Oh, dude, that is excellent. Mm-hmm. Forget about globalinternet.net. You would so get laid.
Is there even... how would you even say that you could not get laid?
No. I mean, just toss a slider on your girlfriend's lower section and go to town.
Yeah, exactly. And it would be two ways you'd be getting a slider.
What are the benefits of going to, I mean, are they offering anything special?
I'm glad you asked.
Thank you.
Let's just read here. I'm gonna read the press release here. Here we go. Looking to plan the perfect Valentine's Day dinner for your sweetie? Well, look no further. White Castle is currently taking dinner reservations for February 14th so you can celebrate that special evening with the White Castle lover in your life. If you crave the steamed grilled goodness of White Castle, then you found the perfect dinner destination. Across all White Castle regions between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m., participating castles have been set aside for this special Valentine's Day event. Not only can cravers dine under candlelight, let that sink in for a second. It's candlelight dinner. But the tables will be adorned with flowers, decorations, and customers will be presented with a special menu and receive tableside service.
Dude.
So you're not walking up to the counter, Jack! They come and they serve you just like at like at Denny's. Just imagine, just take all the greatest aspects of White Castle and then merge it with the friendly, dope-smoking waitresses at Denny's. I proposed this idea to Mrs. Deal.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't impressed. Can you imagine? But,
really?
What do you think of this?
That's classic.
What do you think? Pretty good, huh?
I think that is awesome. And it makes me want to grab like a monkey and sit on a street corner, like dressed like Al Capone or something.
Speaking of sitting on a monkey and dancing the Charleston, that would be entertaining, right?
A lot of monkey references this week.
Monkeys are entertaining. And here's your chance, monkey! Listening to our voices right now, we offered it a few weeks ago. We're going to have the WrestleCrap Radio Co-Host for a Day contest. And here's all the information a lot of people want to know. How can I be the co-host for the day? What can I do? What happens is you have to audition for this thing right here. This is the theme music. Did you fall down the stairs or something? We may have to have somebody on sooner.
I had to pick up a cola.
Mm-hmm. Faxtrolla, kids. You know what the Faxtrolla is?
The kids or me?
Oh, I'm going to say it to you. I don't think anybody's going to call in. We don't have that set up. Remember we did that last year? That was a disaster. This is obscure wrestling news, kids. Hear that? That's us scraping the bottom of the barrel.
The Royal Rumble. Every man for himself. Sounds like a circle jerk. A lot of, if Lanny Poffo, if he saw the referee was in the other direction, could have flung his hair, and his perm juice could have hit his opponent in the eyes, blinded him, and he probably could have won the WWF Championship in '95 had he been around with that gimmick.
Perm juice, perm juice,
perm juice,
perm juice.
Well, it's hard to laugh when we got elderly people shitting their pants and pissing themselves and falling down, and it was a common occurrence to come back from lunch and see an ambulance parked down in front of the
Wow. I'm half tempted to just end the show right now. I don't think anything can top it. In fact,